What's up everybody and welcome back to another video. I know I've been very slack the past couple of months. I had to finish uni, I had to move apartment and then Christmas and all that, but I'm back, taking some time off uni and I'm putting 100% into my YouTube channel and to all my music. So it would mean the world to me if you guys could smash that subscribe button and give the video a like if you like all my content. And also let me know in the comments what sort of stuff you guys want to see from me, and I'll make sure to get around to as many of those videos as possible. So today we've got something that's actually been requested from me a little bit, and it's Melbourne Minimal, or Australian Minimal. And it's a genre that I really love making. So this song I'm going to be showing you guys how I made is actually my next release. It's called Trumpet, and it's going to be out sometime in the next week or two, hopefully. This is an unfinished version, but I hope you guys like it, and hopefully you guys get something really good out of this, and you guys can be making some absolute bangers in the genre of Melbourne or Australian Minimal. So Melbourne or Australian Minimal is all about that kick and bass, and then all your little drums and perks to make things interesting. And it's evolved so much since it started blowing up in the Melbourne scene. It used to really just be kick, bass, and a bunch of perks and stuff, but now they're adding more leads in, they're making it a whole lot more interesting. If you look at people like Joel Fletcher, he's killing it in the minimal scene right now, and to be honest, he always has been. So to start off in this track, we've got a nice punchy kick that is in the same key as our bass, and that's super important for your kick and bass to work well together because they really are the backbone of minimal tracks. So this kick is actually from a Jonas Aiden pack from his song Strangers Do, and it's in the key of G. So you can see it's nice, deep, punchy. It's exactly what we want for a minimal song. Next up, we've got the bass, which I made in Serum, and this is actually going to be in a sample pack that I've got coming out in the next couple of weeks. I think you guys will really like it, and it's going to have heaps of basses like this, a lot of really good kicks, and heaps of really good stuff for you guys to make all your own tracks with. So you can see there, it's just an offbeat bass with a few little variations. It's very deep with a little bit of distortion in it, and it just works really well with the kick. So next up, we've just got a really low, gritty saw stab just to hit on every first kick, and then a few little variations here and there. Just again, help make the track interesting and really help bring some stuff together so it's not just kick and bass. And this is actually another one that's going to be in a Serum pack that I've got coming out very soon. I think you guys are really going to like it. And then we've got another really voicey, sort of almost dubsteppy sound, which is actually just a preset out of a plugin called Vital. I think you guys will really like that. You can get a free version of it on Vital's website. I'll link them down below. It's not sponsored or anything, but they are so good. So you can see with all that together, it just helps it make a lot more interesting. So next up, we've just got a trumpet lead. It's just a Serum preset. It's called Ultimate Brass. I think it sounded really cool, but it needed a lot of processing to go onto it. So this is what it started off as. And then after a whole bunch of processing, some distortion, a panning plugin called Pancake, and a few other things, this is what we got from it. And then I still wasn't feeling like it was filling up the space enough, so I added this little lead in, which again is just another Serum preset. It's called Fuego. It's out of a Surge Sounds Future Bounce pack. And then I just added an EQ to cut all the lows, an OTT set at about 26%, a saturator with the dry wet at about 10% and the drive put up to 5.71, and then a compressor just doing quite a heavy sidechain. And it really isn't much at all, that lead, but it helps fill up the sound a lot. And that's basically all the first part of that drop is. Usually the first parts of your drops in minimal songs are very simple. Then we just add in a few little percussion hits and things like that, just to make the sound a little bit more interesting. We've got this white noise, little percussion hit, and then in the second set of 8 bars, we've just got these hats that come in. So this is what the first part of this drop sounds like. So in the little break before the next part of the drop, all I've got is just this little downlifter, this impact, that voicey dubstep almost sound. All I've got on there as well is Bass Clef's Easy Washout. If you guys know what Endless Smile is by Dada Life, this is the exact same, but Unfortunately, it only works for Ableton, but it is so good, does the exact same thing as Endless Smile, and it just gives you that nice washing out sound. Then as you can see, I've got some panning automation just to make the sound a little bit more interesting. And same here on, we've got that trumpet lead that comes back in to play the main melody that's going to be in the next part of the drop, with all the processing you see here again, and also the easy washout, just to make it sound, just to wash it out a bit and make it sound cool. Then the next part of the drop, we just add in some more cymbals, small percussion stuff, and some claps, just to give the song some progression and keep it moving. So you can see there, that just really helps add in a little bit of variation and keeps the track moving and keeps the track interesting. Now we've got that same trumpet lead that just brings in the main melody for the track. And this just, again, really helps fill the track out and keeps some progression going and keeps it moving a lot and really helps it hit hard. So this is what the second part of this drop sounds like. And then again, the next part of the drop is basically just the same. All we've got added in is this little perk. Next up, we'll move on to the build-up. Minimal build-ups can be so simple, but they are so important. This is where I really make use of Bass Clef's easy washout to really get that washing out high pass filter sound. I was a little bit lazy with the snares, but they seem to work really well with the track. I'm just using a loop that I found in one of my sample packs. We've got these snares, an impact. We've got the trumpet lead, which is building up. And then we've got a riser, which is just a lead that's going to be in one of my serum packs coming out very soon. Just a very simple saw lead, drop down a couple of octaves. Now, as you can see, as it gets into the second half of the build-up, it just starts rising up and rise up 12 semitones. And that is basically all that the build-up is. Very simple, but yet very effective, and make use of that easy washout on all the snares, all the leads, and the riser, and it really helps create some tension that helps the drop hit hard. The next thing I added in was just some vocals, just to really help create some more variation and help make the track a bit more interesting, because I was feeling like it was missing a little bit of stuff. So these are just some royalty-free vocals that I found, but I think they suit the track really well.
Yeah, I'm tripping, I'm crashing on shroomies, on acid, she tripping. I'm crashing on shroomies, on acid, she tripping. I'm crashing, she tripping. I'm crashing, she tripping. I'm crashing on shroomies, on acid.
They really help build some tension for that drop. And then we just add these in the little breaks as well.
On shroomies, on acid.
And then the same here, and then the vocals come in the last part of the drop.
On shroomies, on acid, I'm tripping. I'm crashing on shroomies, on acid, she tripping. I'm crashing on the I'm always nasty. I'm tripping. I'm crashing, she tripping. I'm crashing, she tripping. I'm crashing on shroomies, on acid.
And that, guys, is basically how you make Melbourne Minimal. It is a very simple sounding genre, but you really need to make sure that all of your sounds are working really, really well together. They all have their own space to really create some tension, really help create some really hard hitting drops. Obviously, the most important things are your kick and your bass, because if your kick and bass aren't working well together and they're not hitting really hard, then your song's just gonna sound really, really dead. And those basses are the biggest thing that make minimal what it is. But that's all we've got for today's video, guys. It's a very short one, but I hope this gives you some insight into how Melbourne Minimal is made and how I actually went about making this track. I'm not going to show you how I made the rest of it, just because the song hasn't been released yet and it's not completely finished, but I'll be doing a full walkthrough on this song as soon as the song comes out. But thank you so much, guys. Remember, smash the subscribe button, press like, do all that sort of stuff, and make sure you stay tuned for all my next videos. So I'm 100% into YouTube now. I'm 100% into my music stuff. I'm going to be releasing 3 videos a week and at least 1 song every month. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you on the next one.